Hey Astros fans, welcome to today's edition of Extra Innings, the Astros Fans UK next day recap on Astros ball games. Game 83, Astros 3, Cubs 12. Let's get straight into the big talking points from a bruising defeat to level the series with 3 up, 3 down. 3 up, leading off, Cam Smith. Another day, another dramatic Blam Smith multi-run homer versus the Cubs. Alas, this go-ahead shot was soon robbed of the significance it deserved by what happened with our pitching, but we mustn't let that overshadow the outstanding job Smith is doing, with his 2-run shot capping off a wonderful 10-pitch at-bat to give us the lead at the time. If Smith starts hitting regular homers, then we are looking at a bona fide superstar. Up second, Isaac Paredes. The game was long dead, but Paredes' steepling skied consolation homer just fair into the Crawford boxes will still be good for his confidence. Up third, Jordan Weems. Certainly not the headline, but good for Weems to have a 1-2-3 inning in the 9th on his Astros debut. 3 down, first out, Lance McCullers Jr. It was a bizarre, rough rollercoaster ride for LMJ upon his return from the IL, ending pretty disastrously with the second of 2 meltdowns. When Lance pulled off a spectacular athletic play covering the first base bag to start his outing, it seemed as if he was set to hit the ground running, but instead his performance disintegrated. He lost all control of the strike zone and threw 14 balls in 15 pitches, including a stretch of 12 straight, as he alarmingly walked in a run on a 3-0 slider away. LMJ eventually escaped that first inning meltdown, having only given up the 1 run before then confusingly going on to retire 8 straight batters. It appeared he was back in the groove before a nightmare 4th inning destroyed the whole game. Having been given a 2-1 lead, LMJ gave up back-to-back homers to put us behind before the real damage of a 3-run shot by Kyle Tucker of all people. Lance ended up being responsible for 8 runs scoring, and this one felt more worrying than his damaging first inning versus the Reds earlier this season, where it was clear he was still removing the rust after his long time out. LMJ will have a lot of eyes on his next 3 to 4 starts. Second out, Joe Espada. Let me preface this again by saying Espada has managed this team phenomenally so far this season in trying circumstances and will absolutely be in the running for AL Manager of the Year at the halfway stage. However, he has made probably just the 3 to 4 errors this season and leaving LMJ in to face Tucker with runners on when coming back from a latest IL stint, having struggled with the zone before the run of retired batters, being at over 70 pitches, having given up 2 homers in the inning, and with Ryan Gusto available in long relief, was not the right call and cost us here. Third out, Ryan Gusto. Having said that, when Gusto did belatedly come into the game, he would eventually go on to give up 4 runs over 4 innings. However, 3 of those runs came in the 8th when he was tiring, and I think it's fair to believe a fresh Gusto having the jam in the 4th would have still been a better bet than the state McCullers Jr. was in. A couple of extra points to finish on, predictably bittersweet. No Astros fan should have any kind of ill will towards Kyle Tucker, as unlike with other high-profile departures, he didn't actually want to leave, but still it wasn't pleasant to see him crunch that 3-run homer and have a massive 4-hit game against us. And another home run, so the run of 9 straight wins at home comes to a crashing halt, but what better way to start a new home win streak than by turning the ball over to Framber Viper Valdez in the decider today. We go again. Despite the loss, we remain at 6.5 games ahead at the top of the AL West. That's it for today's Extra Innings, the next day recap. Let me know your takes on the loss in the comments. Make sure you're following at Astros Fans UK on all platforms, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the next edition of Extra Innings. Go Stros!